Well, that's it. The build has started. Floors down, 2 sheets of marine ply, one roll of insulation, half a box of 25mm screws. Let me show you. But this is my little workstation here. I've got the first sheet of 12mm ply down, and what I usually do is get some cardboard. I'll show you what I've done. And just cut round, take some measurements. I use a cardboard template. Now the sheets are 4 foot wide. So this edge here, I've marked. From that point, I've got various marks there, go around the other side. And what I do is I tape them together like so. So for example, the edge of that timber there, to that mark there, is 3 foot. So this template is going to go on this here. I'm going to cut round it and hopefully it will fit. Yeah, so just a quick recap. 4 foot from that centre line, well it's not centre line there, that line there, because the sheets are 4 foot wide, so it's a full sheet and a rip. Cardboard templates, measured, cut round. I don't like to get them really tight, I do like a bit of a gap. So, we'll transfer it across there and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so, just to recap, you can see that there, 3 foot from the edge of the timber inside the van, 3 foot, 2 foot, 2 foot. So that's my template. So I'm going to get my Sharpie, and I'm going to mark a line, do my cuts, and we'll lay in the back of the van and we'll see if it fits. So, second fitting, a little bit tight at the other end, we're bang on the line there, and if you can see up there, we're bang on the line there. I don't like them too tight, I do like a little bit of a gap, yeah? So you can get carpet down there, poke it down, that sort of stuff. Now, this pencil mark here, this Sharpie mark here, if you can see there. So I've measured in from the edge of the metal step to the edge of there, same on the other end. So all I'm going to do is get my Sharpie. I've got my finger on the edge of the board. Straight to the one in the end. So this excess is what I'm going to cut off, and that'll bring us nicely to the edge of the metal step. Right, quick coffee break. The second piece, template, all I've done is spun it over, because in theory it should be the same shape as the other of the first side, bar the step. So I'll spin it around and I'll show you what I've done and how I do it. Yeah, so we've got our first board in place, and there is the template that I used to cut the side. All I've done is turn it over and I've cut it back there. Yeah, so I haven't fastened this board down. From this point here to the metal on the inside there is 560mm, and all I've done is, same again, Measured from the panel on the inside there to the edge of the board, 555mm. This template, that's the edge of the board, and that mark there is the edge of the board underneath the cardboard. So I'm just going to lift this template, I'm going to put it on the second sheet, and we're going to cut that. In theory, it should fit. Bar bit jiggery pokery. So I'll get on the board and we'll give it a cut. Right, the second piece is cut, but it needs a little bit of fine tuning. I'll show you what I mean. It's actually too big, which is, without sounding silly, this is the way I like it. So there's my joint there. As you can see, it's slightly proud. So it needs a bit of fine tuning. It's a bit tight in that corner here where that snot is. In here, it's a bit tight round there. And on the back here, again, it's a bit tight up against the bottom of there. As you can see, it's still proud, but a little bit of a tickle, and that should just drop in nicely. So, second piece is in. As I said earlier, just want a little bit of a tickle. As you can see, obviously it won't screw down, but you can't really see the joint there. So that's the joint. As on the other side, I do like a little bit of gap round there. So when you get your scratch carpet on, you can push it right into the corners. So what I'm going to do now is cut the length. Yeah. So I've marked it here. So I'm going to take these out. I'm going to measure from that line to the top of the timber, same across the other side. Now your joints are just like in the house. Yeah. It's over. Let's imagine that's a joist. It's a raised part of the rib floor. From the lower floor to the top is 10mm. These are 12mm boards, 22mm. So I'm going to put inch screws in there, and that'll guarantee me that it won't go further down that, so it's not hit anything underneath. So that's the joint line there, machine joints, all put machine joints together. So we're going to cut the length now, and don't forget the other end, we've got that step to cut back. So I'll show you when I've done that. I've cut that back to the edge of the lip on the van floor. We'll get a nice L shape on there, and that'll just cover that. As you can see, you can use OSB, but I like to use marine ply. So, machine edge together, scribed, it's cut to length. That's where it originally was, that mark there, but I like to cut them back because I like to have access to this and access to this. This is the spare wheel. But I need, the spare wheel where you kind of wind it down and it drops down, but I need to change that because the cable's been cut for some reason. But anyway, that needs replaced. So that's a cut of length there. So yeah, floor's in. Next job rather, is I'm going to take that up, I'm going to prep the floor, and I'm going to put some insulation down. Now, insulation, everybody's got their own thoughts on insulation and their own reasons. It's a hot topic on YouTube, but I'm going to show you what I used. I haven't had a single problem. So, we're going to pull this floor up now. We're going to get the insulation down. You'll see it poking out the edges. With any luck in this video, I'll get it screwed down. I'm going to glue it down as well. Glued and screwed. So, let's see if I can get that done in this video. So I'll go around the back, get a better overview. So that's all the insulation I use. Yeah, all the way around. It's stuck down. Obviously I'm going to trim it off. It's glued down. The floor's screwed down. I put my grid lines on. And that's it. Just trim them on edges. All good. Thank you for joining us in this one. See you on the next stage.